Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fourth episode of hashtag Hack It with Sid, which is kind of a podcast series with all the professionals, in the community so that we can learn something from them. We can learn something from their experience. We can interact with them. And at the same time, we can just collaborate in a sense of learning. And that is one of the reasons for which, I started the series. And for today's episode, we do have Seema Saharan joining us, and she's a wonderful person. I have known her for quite a long time now, and we also collaborated in the past for one of the uh, YouTube Live on her channel. But today we have Seema joining my channel, and that's a great thing as well. So I hope you all are excited and looking forward to the session as well, just like the way I am looking forward to it. And I hope my audio and video all are like perfectly reaching to you, and we are not having some technical issues this time, but still we all are learning and coming up with something different every time. So without wasting much of everyone's time, let me just bring Seema on the screen. Yes, we have Seema over here. Thanks a lot, Seema, for joining the stream.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. So first of all, let our audience know how excited you are about this.
I'm pretty much excited because we have collaborated on my channel previously, and it was so awesome learning about his experience. And now I get to share my experience on his channel, so it's kind of interesting.
Definitely, we are waiting to learn a lot of things from you from this episode. But before we move ahead to the actual topic of discussion, let's know more about you so that our audience, maybe watching this video for the very first time, can understand who Seema actually is, or maybe who Bash Woman actually is. So, Seema, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I would love to. Hello, everyone. I am Seema Saharan, currently working as an associate system engineer at IBM, and I have been doing a lot of things for the past 1 year. So it's like I'm writing blogs. I just love to share my knowledge with the community. I love to interact with people. Also, I am very much enthusiast in open source and DevOps. So yeah, and also I have a YouTube channel called Bash Woman, so you can just check that out too.
Definitely. Don't forget to follow Seema on Twitter. The ID is over here mentioned, and the YouTube link for Bash Woman is also there in the description. So make sure you head over to that and subscribe to her channel. And thanks a lot, Seema, for introducing yourself. For all the folks who have been joining us in the live, feel free to let us know who you are, where are you joining us from, and what are you looking forward to out of this live stream. And we'll definitely pick your questions at the end of the stream as well. So feel free to drop your questions as well. And talking about me, I'm the host for this episode, hashtag Hack It with Sid, which is the episode number 4. And we are going to talk about the journey in tech along with Bash Schumann on my side. So for an instance, like let's know more about your journey, Seema. How everything started right from your high school days. Where did the interest got developed with respect to the tech? Would you like to tell us more about that?
Sure. So I think I have shared this story a lot of times. So I was just 8, 9 years old, and my grandfather told me that you will become a software engineer one day. So I was like, "What's that? I don't even know what's that." So I will become that. I thought, okay, fine. Later, like once I got my interest that yes, my interest is in the things that are uh, just like working, like how the websites are working, how we are accessing Facebook and all that. So it was quite interesting for me to know what happens in the back end in technology. So I chose non-medical, and then that time I just used to play computer games, so I was into games and all. But later I just started my BTech, and that time I got to know about a lot of things. cybersecurity, web development, DevOps, and stuff. So I was just exploring all the fields that I could for 2 years of my BTech, but I don't know, I didn't find anything interesting like for me. But then I did my trainings and I got to know about DevOps. And yes, that was it. That was the best in tech. So I just love the DevOps tools and the culture the DevOps has. So yeah, that's my favorite part. And now, last year I got to know about open source. So I was like completely blank. What is open source? I really didn't know how can I do open source contributions, but uh, it took me about 3 to 4 months to completely understand what open source is, how what can I do with open source. So yeah, it was quite tough for me because I didn't have much guidance, so I had to do everything on my own. So yeah, we need guidance. That's the main thing I can say.
Yeah, thanks a lot. As you said, you did different things, you explored different things, and at the same time, you learned something new out of everything, right? And recently, you got into IBM as well, and 1 year back, you started contributing to open source. So, in all of your journey, you learned so much of everything, like I would say. But would you like to also tell how crucial the community was there for you? Like, what were the benefits? Like, was it easy comparatively if someone have done the same thing being in the community, or how community is crucial whenever someone is starting, or maybe for some beginners?
Okay, yes, community plays an important role in every, I would say, every BTech student, because I had no environment in my college that someone will tell me that what are the things that I can do to, better in my career. Maybe I would be in a some very better place if I had known a few things. So I didn't know anything. Like I didn't know about MLSA that everyone is doing right now. Everyone is MLSA. Everyone is GitHub Campus Expert. So I was not aware because uh, I don't know, the environment plays a very important role. Second thing, community. Obviously, when I got to know about the communities, I was like, if I knew this from the very beginning of my BTech, I would be I would be doing so many things in just my first and second year. But I got to know about this in my fourth year when I was about to graduate. So I was a little late, but not much. So I did everything in just 1 year. I explored everything that I had to do in my uh, first 2 years. But yeah, that's okay. So yeah, engage with communities, engage with people because they provide networking and you get to learn a lot of things from everyone, I would say, because everyone has their different experiences, different learnings. So yeah, we can learn from anyone in the community and they are so open to share. So that's the best thing in community.
Definitely, thanks a lot, for adding that. And one really needs to understand that community is crucial. Not every time you'll do like everything all alone.
Yeah,
Just there should be someone to support you, maybe guide you, or maybe help you in any way possible, or maybe just there to listen you if
yeah,
you want to share something. And that is where community comes into the picture. And I can see many awesome people joining us in the chat as well. Thanks a lot everyone for joining. And this is going to be recorded and will be there on the on onto my channel for the lifetime. So make sure you check that out as well. And if you're still watching, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And
yes,
also, like, talking more about journey, if we the topic of discussion is, like, the journey in tech. So if we consider tech as a just a normal term, or maybe if we consider tech for a layman person, what is something which you what is that way with which you define tech, or what is your perspective around tech? Do you think tech can be interesting? Do you think Do you think tech is an opportunity, or how do you define that?
Okay, so I can relate because as I said, I was just 8 9 years old, and I got to know about software engineering. So
Hmm.
uh, it's like a magic world for engineers, like Hogwarts or something. So yeah, I think we can do many things in tech. So you have some problem with the router, you can do this. You can build websites. You can connect with anyone through social media. That's the
Yeah.
engineers made. So the world is really like close just because of technology. So I think that's the best way to define technology.
So true, when you said you get to solve the problems, and that's the very best thing, because many times people do, like complain about the problems they are facing, and we as an engineer, and we who are the, like, who knows how technology works, we can solve that problem instead of just complaining, and that
Yeah,
really feels good. At the same time, we do not complain more, we try solving that problem, which we are facing, and that really helps a lot. And for me as well, talking about tech, it was always about solving a problem. And when I understood this thing, I was like, I want to do this thing in the future as well. I want to help people. I want to, maybe
yeah,
turn things around like no one have ever imagined. And that is what tech gives you, that power. So thanks a lot
yes.
for adding that.
And
And
also
mhm,
we
go
become
on.
very much aware of the things that's going on the internet, some scams. So we are much aware that we don't have to click any random link. So
Yeah.
that's not a good thing.
Definitely, awareness do comes, when we are updated with all the happenings around us. So awareness do comes, and also, and yes, for all the people watching, feel free to ask any questions you might have. We'll pick all of those questions in the end, and we'll have that as well. And Seema, like, in your journey so far, what were your, like, key learnings which you would like to share with our audience? Because it's like the journey in tech, so it's not obviously, it started one day and ended the other day. There are like various things which happens. You grow
Yeah.
all together as a person, as a developer, and there are many struggles and many other situations where you put yourself in, right? So what were your learnings from the entire journey so far?
Okay. There are many. I will let's try to put all of them. So the first and the main thing that I learned is that just get out of your comfort zone. Second is improve your social skills and networking skills. Interact with everyone. I mean, try to interact with your, like, who inspires you in tech, where you want to go. Like if you love DevOps, Kubernetes. So try to connect with those people who are expert in that area. So it will give you a lot of ideas about what you can do with this tech, with that tool. Other is don't be shy. I mean, uh, if you are an introvert, so I know it's really tough to get out of your comfort zone and just put yourself on the social media where thousands of people will be watching you. So it's tough, but that's okay. The mantra I use is I don't care what other people think of me. That my voice is not good, my face doesn't look good, my clothes are not good. I don't. We have so much insecurities, but the best thing I learned from YouTube is that yeah, we will have so many people criticizing us, and there will be more people who will be supporting us. So just focus on those people and just move. Like just continue your journey. Be consistent. Don't burn out yourself. Yeah, I think I covered them all.
Definitely, these are, like, very valuable insights, I must say, because many times in a journey, when people are, facing some problems or some situations, they try to, just overthink, and maybe, just forgets
Yeah.
all of these learnings, because this is something like there is past, there is future, and there is present as well at the same time. And if there's something happening today, there's something there will be something else happening tomorrow as well, and one should not rely on whatever struggles they are going through right now at this moment. And yes, there will be people, who will criticize you at the same time, but as you said,
Yeah.
you know what you need to do, right? You have that proper motive, your goal, and right in front of you, and you know that what you need to do to achieve that. And just ignoring all of such people may really help a lot. And definitely thanks a lot, Seema, for sharing that thing.
Also, yeah, one thing I forgot that if you are facing rejections, like one after another, that's okay. That's really normal in your life. So rejection are a part of your journey. So don't be afraid if you are getting a lot of rejections, because the first rejection that was so bad for me was for the MLH fellowship. So I was like, why I was rejected. So after that, I got a lot of opportunities, better opportunities. So yeah, rejection is a redirection. There is a quote. So yeah, don't be afraid of rejections. Everything will come down. Like everything will be fine at the end.
Definitely, just keep believing in yourself, have the faith on yourself, and whatever you are doing, that really helps a lot. And also, like, there are many people, asking for different technologies as well. So I would love to know that what were different technologies you have been working on so far, and what are the technologies you are currently working with.
Um, okay. I would say I have explored many, many things. I mean, from web development to machine learning, DevOps, every field. So, um, I worked most of my time in DevOps. So, like Kubernetes, Docker, Podman, Ansible, GitHub, these tools. I just love these tools. And in companies, we also use these tools. So it was like a benefit for me because these tools are like in used in mostly in production, and mostly students don't know about these. Like a normal student would not know about these tools. So it was a plus point for me that I knew these already, and I was also certified in those technologies. So yeah, that was a plus point.
Yeah, for sure. Because I have seen you, exploring different technologies. Uh, like when
Yeah.
I met you, or maybe, when I got to know about you that there's someone called Seema who is running this channel, Bash Woman. I was like, wow, she's doing like lot many things. Like, how could a person, do so many things at the same time? But definitely, I have learned various things from you, just by following the way you present yourself, or maybe, your YouTube videos making skills. You try to engage your audience. And I really love the fact that you try to put in more efforts, even in place, like there are people, but like quite inspiring journey. And I have heard you quite a few times in like on Equicourse channel, and knowing about your journey, and that was like incredible. So thanks a lot for sharing that as well. And when you shared like different technologies, so there were a few questions in the chat as well, that what are the ways one can start with various technologies. So you also started exploring open source, so would you like to share some beginner tips for some technologies like DevOps, or maybe some other things?
Okay, so about DevOps, DevOps is like a culture, and there are lots of thousands of tools in DevOps. So I would say that you need to focus on one part of the DevOps. Like there is container part, automation part. So don't focus on all of them, but just focus on one. I would say that the containers part is really interesting if you want to go in that area. Just learn Docker, maybe Podman. Podman is really a great tool. Um, Kubernetes, yeah, I know these three right now. OpenShift is there, so OpenShift is a really great tool. So, yeah. Um, Other than that, if you want to go in automation, Python is really like it will help you in your DevOps journey, and also if you want to learn Go. Go is really good, and I have heard that Rust is being used in many cloud. You can use Rust too. Um, don't go with like don't learn all of the tools at once, but focus on one part of
Yeah.
that, and you will learn. And also, I would say I prefer documentation over videos because it saves a lot of time. But if you're a beginner, go for videos. Then you
Mhm.
will be much more confident and comfortable with the documentation part. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel and I'm saying that documentation is best.
Yeah, but there are like different people. Some prefer
Yeah,
documentation, some prefer YouTube channel. But for all of those who prefer documentation, must visit Seema's channel, because that's a interactive way of teaching. You can find awesome content over there. Make sure you go and subscribe over there. And if you are a video kind of approach person, definitely you should visit. There is not an option of avoiding that. Right. And one more thing, Seema, when you shared about everything, there were of course various struggles which you might have faced, right? Because journey in tech might not be easier for many people, not
yeah.
like not most other people. It wasn't for me, maybe it wasn't for you as well. So what were those struggles? Would you like to share those, and how did you overcome that?
Um, okay. So the I think so the most uh, bad experience was that I was we as students are just like afraid of coming out first thing.
Hmm.
And when we see others people success, that they are going in Google, Microsoft,
Hmm.
Amazon, they are doing lots of good things in open source and stuff. So we are like, we are just not doing anything. You are a I mean, you are not doing anything good in your field that you wanted to achieve. You are not good enough. So, like, it's like um, you will be depressed, I would say, or yeah, you will not feel good about yourself that you are not good enough. So, yeah, I faced this a lot. I think my whole BTech journey was like this. So, but uh, what it was like, I just continued my journey. I just trusted myself, and I just made up my mind so that I don't feel that way. Like, I'm good enough, and I will do something good in the future, in the coming days. So yeah, I think that's the baddest thing we do to ourselves, that we are not good enough.
Yeah, so true. I can, relate a lot with that, because there was some time when I was also, feeling as if I was nothing. There are many people
Yeah,
doing wonders, but at the same time, maybe we can realize that what is our true potential, what is that one thing which we can really do the best, like no one else in the world can do. And at the point when you will realize such things, and at the point when you'll start believing in yourself, you'll definitely, don't will not give any attention to all of these things which are coming your way, all of these negative things, because you can do something better, right? And you'll start focusing and utilizing all your energy onto that single point, and that really helps a lot in growing and upskilling in any other ways as well. So yes, thanks a lot, Seema, for adding that as well. Thanks a lot. And for all of those who are still wondering that what we are doing, so this is the fourth episode. For all of those who recently joined, thanks a lot for joining in. This is the fourth episode of #HackItWithSid. The topic is Journey in Tech with Past Women. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions down in the chat, and we'll be looking forward to it. And meanwhile, they ask any questions. Seema, I'm quite active with hackathon communities, right? But I would like to know your perspective around hackathons. Like, what do you understand by hackathons? How is it helped you, or maybe anything else?
okay. So I was afraid of a lot of things, and I just regret that part, that I was even afraid to participate in a hackathon. So that was not good of me. But yeah, thank God. I mean, not. I mean, not in a good way, but yeah, lockdown was good for me. So I did a lot of things out of my comfort zone. I participated in one of the hackathons, that was Hackon 1.0. That was my first hackathon last year, and I learned a lot in like 1 week. We built some application. We didn't win that hackathon, but it was a good experience that we can learn so many things in just a few days due to hackathon. And I got to know a lot of things from hackathon that I wasn't aware of. So yeah, I got to know about a lot of people that I know, that are right now in a good place also. So yeah, networking plays a really important role in anyone's journey.
So true. That's for sure. Hackathons can give you altogether different level of exposure. Uh, right before this live stream, we were also discussing at Belay X how important is crucial in developers' journey, and that is definitely for sure. If you haven't experienced a hackathon, participating in a hackathon, go ahead and register. And Hackon 1.0 was one of Seema's first hackathon, but you do have a great chance. Hackon 2.0 is coming, on 28th and 30th May. So don't forget to check that out as well and do participate and register for Hackon 2.0 as well. There are some great things happening over there. Seema is also involved with the same, Seema is also contributing.
Yes.
So make sure to check that out as well. And yes, thanks a lot, Seema. And I do see one question from Sanuj in the chat. Um, he's asking like, how can I start with DevOps, which you already answered, but do I need to start with DS Algo even if I want to get into DevOps?
Okay, so the best thing about DevOps is you don't need any coding, like competitive coding or DS algorithm.
Yeah.
You don't need that. I was so afraid of coding. I didn't know. I was not very comfortable with coding. Like in my third year, I was like, this is the worst thing. What else can I do? So I found out that in DevOps, we don't need that much algorithm or even competitive coding level, that kind of coding. So it's pretty much YAML, Python, some pipelines. That's it. No more like coding and stuff. Some Docker files, and yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah, it becomes so easier, when
Yeah.
all of those myths are like gone, all of those like fake things which are like just made up in our mind are gone. It becomes more easier because that's the thing, why everyone is like insisting others to explore and try the possibilities of different tech stack, because that is when you will realize that how things work and what are the things you really need to do, right? And that really helps exploration. Getting to know about the tech is really important. So, yep. And I can't see any more questions as of now, but meanwhile, if there are any questions, feel free to add those into the live chat. And one last question from my end as well, like, what are your future plans with respect to Bash Women YouTube channel? Is there
Um,
anything more like, of course you are doing, a lot of interesting stuffs over there, but is it something like, breaking news coming our way?
I was planning to make some courses, but I got sick, so I will be shooting some like full crash courses on some tools. So yeah, I think that would be amazing.
I'll be the first one to enroll if that's the case.
Uh, they are free right now, but let's see how it goes. They will be
Yep,
free.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's cherry on the top.
Yes.
All right, I still can't see any more questions. I assume that there are no further questions. But
Okay.
yes, thanks for the insights. Thanks a lot, Sandesh, for joining us as well. And if in case you do have any further questions for me, for Seema, anyone, feel free to reach out Seema on on Twitter. It's Seema Saharan 5. That's the
Yeah.
handle. And mine is Siddharth underscore hacks. And feel free to reach out to us. And if you're still watching us, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and take a quick
Yeah.
screenshot, which you can share on your social media with the top three takeaways of yours, where which you can just share so that your connections or your followers can know more about what happened in the live stream, because not many were able to join us, right? So they can learn something new as well. So this is how you can add value to the community and do some small contributions in any way possible. So you can use the hashtag hackitwithsaid and you can just tweet with this hashtag, and this would help us to just find your tweets out of nowhere, and you can tag us if you want. And yes, that was much about from the fourth episode. I try to keep it as short as possible so that more people can check that out. But we will have more. Every Saturday we do hashtag Hack It with Sid podcast series at 6 p.m. IST, and we will have more such. If you have any feedbacks or any recommendations, feel free to let me know in the chat or maybe on DMs as well. That is fine. But I can see one more questions. After that, maybe we can end this. Some tips for cracking interviews of various companies, what things I should keep in mind when looking for the job.
Um,
Interesting.
hmm. Okay, I'm thinking what things should I keep in mind. Um, so I'm confused what I should include in this.
Maybe
So
what? Yes, yes, go on.
um, yeah, you say something. I'm
No, I was just
confused.
saying, no problem, take your time. I was just saying, for example, if you're looking for a job, what you can do is just know more about the company, maybe know more about how their work culture is, what are the different roles at their company, what are the roles you are applying for, just read and understand the JD, the skills they are requiring, the experience
Yeah,
they are requiring, and just understanding your role is very much important, because if you are sitting in an interview, the questions which the interviewer are going to ask is like around your role, right, around your experience, and maybe the things which I've done in the past, maybe what is your mindset, maybe how you see around different perspectives, and just work around that. I'm still learning, I'm still a student, but I can say that after my experiences with various interviews which I've given in the past. But definitely would love to know from you as well, Seema.
I think you covered many good points already, and um, yeah, I think for the interview part, I can say you should have good communication skills so that you can present yourself in a good way, because
Yeah.
we students have already a lot of good technology knowledge, but when it comes to the interview part, we get stuck. Maybe
Hmm.
how should we present ourselves? How should we communicate? Those are the things that you should keep in mind. And also for the um, resume or CV part, you should first check the JD of that. Like you should uh, read thoroughly the job
Hmm.
description. Then, based on that JD, you should tailor your CV, because the same CV will not go for every job. So yeah, I think that should help.
Yeah, that's a great point. Not, I would definitely not recommend of sending same resume or CV to every job role you're applying. See the
Yeah.
JD accordingly. Just reframe your resume. Try to highlight more of the priority roles which you have worked in the past according to the role you're applying for, and that would definitely help a
Yes.
lot. This will just stand you unique from the crowd, and that would really help. And one more last question from Ashish is asking, how do you manage, your content and work at the same time?
Okay. So. mm it's not that great time management I have, but yeah, I work for the company on weekdays, and I just get 2 days, like Saturday, Sunday,
Hmm.
on working on the stuff I love apart from my job. So I make content. I learn something new. I give some exams to, you know, upgrade my skills. So yeah, I do many things. So it's tough to manage, but yeah, I'm really trying to do that.
Yeah, it sometimes becomes more difficult. There are a lot of things,
Yeah.
but good to know that you are trying, because trying is a great skill, or maybe a habit, I would say, because
Yeah.
try but never cry. I used to always
Yes.
say this thing, and that really helps a lot, because when you try doing some things, if you are feeling good doing that thing, you'll start getting the habit of the same as well. And
Yes.
yep. So yes, thanks a lot, and we are looking forward to more videos from your end on Bash from a YouTube channel.
Hope so very soon.
And one more thing for all of this watching, feel free to join Bash Women community as well. They
Yeah.
do have an organization on GitHub as well. Feel free to join over there as well. And
Yes.
every detail maybe there's it's there on YouTube channel of Seema, but you can find all the links in the description as well. One is for sure, that is YouTube. I'll add more maybe after this live stream.
Yeah.
All right, then it was great having you, Seema, on this fourth episode of hashtag Hack It With It. Thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I love the interaction, and I hope I could share some of my knowledge to you people, and I hope you get to learn from me.
Definitely, we do learn like every day from you, and thanks a lot once again. And don't forget to follow Seema on Twitter so that you can get updates with all of the stuffs which she is doing, and just follow her so that you can understand and learn at the same time. So yes, thanks once again, and uh, don't forget to tweet with hashtag HackItWithSid, and you can find me
Yes.
on Twitter on Siddharth Hacks as well. And yes, bye bye everyone. Take care, stay safe, stay at home, take care of yourself and your loved ones. And thanks once again for joining in. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye.